Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So, this is the last time I'm recording this video. I did this several times. It is unscripted and it's a mess, it's a chaos sometimes. And now if things get messed up, please just give me a minute to, sort myself. Because this is one topic. I want to compare the prices for the Flesh and Blood cards foil, rainbow foil, compared to the non-foil ones. Or in other words, if I have a card, how many times more should I pay for a rainbow foil, or what's the normal ratio? And I wanted to do a fancy, edited, well done video, but now I've taken the time, and I want to show you for each set and for some cards as examples, what is the normal ratio? Is it 1.5 times, 2 times, 3 times? Maybe do you even pay 5 times more for a rainbow foil? I did this for the Majestics since I already do these Majestic foil videos, because I think those are in a sweet spot, affordable for all the players and the collectors, and they also sell quite often. Also, I've taken these numbers here. I've taken these numbers 2 days ago, and now that I've rechecked for the video, some of those have actually already changed. There's a lot going on, a lot of sales around Christmas, a lot of prices going up, to be honest. But that's not today's topic. So I have these prices anyways, card market low prices for all those cards. And when I always do my normal lists for the expected value videos, I also have the non-foil. I have all the prices. I update them like every 2 months now. And yeah, so I think it was easy. I'm just gonna make this one list. I'll put some of those cards in here as examples. What's the price for the regular versions? What's the price for the foil versions? And then what's the multiplier, right? And then I have maybe I'm gonna keep this for the end of the video. But, for instance, Enlightened Strike. This costs 22 without shipping. And then the foil version costs 155. I always look at near mint or better. So that's an extreme example. And the most extreme example right here, 444 for Tom of Fjandal, and then a foil. It's 50, right? So there's absolutely no rule or no normal range. On the other hand, I have we have Art of War, which is also just 25. And then in foil, it's 118. There's a huge difference. Celestial Cataclysm, first edition, €4 and... no, sorry. Hold on. I don't compare these outside the European Union. This one right here. So 5.95 compared to 27. That's quite a lot. On the other hand, you have some extreme examples. Starstruck, English, 18. Then compared to 1782 in foil. So you see, the foil version is cheaper. There's 38 on the market, and then for the regular version, there's 38 on the market. It's like people just don't make any difference between foil and non-foil in this case. Yeah, this price slowly went up. That price not as much, but also creeping up. It's strange to see. So. Right, what did I do here? Anyways, Tome of Imperial Flame, non-foil, $30. Oh, let's be precise, $29.90. The foil one is just 37, right? Pulse Wave Harpoon, $16.80 or $19.80. So yeah, it seems like the older cards there is a bigger ratio. The newer cards, Codex of Frailty, $46.90, $45.40. 60. So, I have this in this list, and then, you can already see these are 2 Welcome to Wrath, 2 times Arcane Rising, Crucible of War, first edition, Monarch. So the older ones, there seem to be less cards divided between more collectors. So the market makes the price go up, and the newer cards. So what I did, I took the 2 most expensive rainbow foil Majestics per set, And yes, for Dusk Till Dawn, it might not be perfectly accurate or normal because all these angels, the figments, they only exist in regular versions and then in Marvel's cold foil, so there is no rainbow foil version. So those two cards right here, Warmongers and Starstruck. Sorry. Oh my, what did it? Yeah. As you can see, none of those foils cost twice the price. You have to go all the way back to Surgical Extraction. That all you got to have that. And of course, I did this in. I'm sorry, I have to go to Chrome here, so you can see. This might. It looks better to the eye. You can see everything at once, and these numbers now make sense compared to each other on a scale from 0 to the maximum. So all these old cards, I mean, I only took 2 as an example. I took 2 cards per set, but as you can see, sometimes you can pay 3, 4, 5 times as much. I think Tome of Yendal is really, I don't know what happened there. Maybe the normal version is way too cheap. Oh yeah, that's another thing to think of. With these numbers, what do? Do you find a rainbow foil version which is too expensive, so you buy the regular version? Or you sell the foil because you think it's too expensive compared to the non-foil? I mean, if you sell this foil Tome of Yendal, you can get 11 non-foil ones, and I think that's a little high, extreme. So right here seems to be around 2, right? Around 2 seems to be normal, and then just to make this not too complicated and have not everything on one page, I took the newer ones right here. So all the newer cards range between 1.18 and 2.86. So 2 really seems to be a normal range, but it is divided by sets. So Welcome to Wrath, most expensive, super duper expensive. Arcane Rising also right here. And then it varies, right? And for the newer sets, we start here with Everfest and then go to Uprising and Dynasty. There, the foil ones are really expensive. And yeah, it's not like we've seen just one number. It really ranges from 1.2 to almost 3. And yeah, here's the number, the overall number, the overall average from those cards I've compared is 2.84. That is the ratio. So if you take all the regular versions and then compare them to the prices of all the foil versions, it's 2.94 times. And for the set prices, I've also taken those. So these are all the Welcome to Wrath regular cards, Majestics. Sorry, I'm only looking at the Majestics. I should do this for other rarities as well, but I just wanted to start to have an overview, just to have a number, to know what's normal. And these are the foil prices on average for all the Welcome to Wrath Majestics. So that leads us to a multiplier of 9.3 on average. So the average regular and Arcane Rising costs 12, the average foil costs 47, that's 3.95, and so on and so forth. The lowest ratio is with Outsiders, where the Majestic non-foil on average costs 343 and the foil ones 553. That's a multiplier of 3.1 for all the Majestics in these sets on average. But, you know, keep in mind there is 10 Majestics here, and then there's like 50 something in here, so that also is something to consider. But on one page, on one slide, in one graph, it looks like this. And I think this is pretty interesting to see, because this really confirms that the older cards the older foils are much more expensive compared to the regular versions than the newer ones, where it's not even twice the price. And then also you can see, yeah, the latest sets going up, going up, going up. There's some steps in here, but it doesn't perfectly look like there is a pattern which could continue in the future. all in all, it has been fun doing this graph, and it has been nice to see that there's a lot of food for thought, right? You can pretty much think about yourself. So is there foils which are too cheap and might go up in the future? Are there some regular versions in here which are too cheap compared to the foil ones? I believe that the foil versions of the Majestics, yes, a lot of them go to players, but I think there's still some collectors who get those because they know how rare they are. And yeah, so again, the multipliers are between 3.1, that's all the Majestics in those sets, and then just looking at the expensive ones, 2.8. So yeah, 3 is a normal multiplier for the older cards, and I think 2 is a normal multiplier for the newer cards. And that's basically all I wanted to see. Yeah, we can look at every card, also see how did the ratio change over the months and years. But yeah, it was interesting to see that. I just wanted to get that out there. By the way, thanks for the patrons for this year. It has been awesome. Being able to upgrade my streaming stuff, being able to do giveaways and having support. I think it's fair to say that you're really getting some good stuff back. I was happy to see some really good cards pulled this year on stream live, which I would not have seen or pulled on my own, of course. So that's a good thing, these case openings. Also for discounts on card markets, those 10% for my patrons, I'd like to offer those for everyone who watched the video till the end. Everyone who orders at Card Market, I'll give you 10% back if you just write me a message and say, hey, I've watched your video, please give me the 10%. So until the end of 2023, all the orders that are paid until then, I'll just give you 10% back. That's even easier than the usual thing I do. So for my patrons, they tell me the things that are in my basket, I want those cards, and then we'll do them off Card Market. I'd like to just offer 10% for everybody for your Card Market purchase. I'll just refund 10%. It's easy. That's nice. Also, I'm buying your collections. If there's some cool Flesh and Blood cards, I'll pay 55% of Card Market Low value, or I'll trade you, since this is a trading card game. I'll give you 80% of Card Market Low, and you can get everything you want from my inventory. Flesh and Blood sealed or singles, magic seals. I have a lot to offer. And then, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of topics I would like to talk about, but we don't have too much time in a video like this. This was about the multiplier between Majestic foils and non-foils. And it should be between 1.5 and 3. Fair to say? Leave your comments if you think otherwise, or if you have other things in your mind, especially for the topic of why. How do you think did this develop? Why is there so low prices for the newer foils? I don't know. Thanks for watching. I'll continue my expected value videos next week. And we are going to open Outsiders next week. So this is the Outsiders is the smallest ratio between foil and non-foil. I think this is interesting to see. And yeah, well, thanks for watching. Have a good time. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.